Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Audition Buddy. I didn't really know what to do next after I did my main audition tips because I feel like every video is now just going to be me repeating myself. But I thought maybe a good idea is to start at the beginning of your audition prep, which is the speeches. The speeches are the fundamental part of your auditions. Where on earth do I start? That is the question. I would recommend heading into a bookshop. Samuel French's is the one I recommend the most. It has so many plays available for you to pick. You can spend a whole afternoon in there. It's also got a database of monologues in like a little pack that they've made up. Really, really amazing. You can sit through that and really try and find something and get some inspiration. If you've got nowhere to start, that's a good place to start. Try and read as many plays as you can, especially with the Shakespeares. There are a lot of Shakespeare plays, but it's kind of handy that there's only a limited amount. Contemporaries I find way harder to find a speech because there's just so much out there. I would say start with finding a Shakespeare speech first, because once you sort of have that grounded and set in stone, that's your starting point, and you can then go from there to find your contemporary speech, which has to be contrast. When they say contrasting, the way that I take it is that if the Shakespeare speech, for example, is quite a strong, hard-hitting speech, you might want to go for a lighter speech for your contemporary. You want to show that you're versatile and that you can play angsty and you can play powerful, but you can also be light and romantic and fun, and maybe show that you've got a comedic side as well. That's always really nice. I personally found my speeches from watching my friend do them. When I was sitting there thinking, what could I do this year, I thought back to my time at Lambda, and I remember my friend Ree, she had some amazing speeches. I looked through them and I found that the words resonated with me, maybe in a different way to how they resonated with her, but I felt like I could take them and make them my own. One thing that's really important for you to remember is, well, in my opinion, forget the whole notion that you can't do an overdone speech. I don't believe in that. I think everyone does a speech in a different way as long as you do your homework and you connect to every word. It's not about who else has done it, it's about how you do it. In my Oxford audition, I did Lady Percy, and Caroline then got up and did the same speech as me, and she apologised for it. But we did our speeches in such a different way because obviously we have very different, we're very different people and we have different experiences. So don't worry about who's done the speech before you. It's not about that, it's about how you do it and how you feel. And yeah, I'm sure you can smash it in your own way. Oh, it's very... Understanding Shakespeare I find quite difficult sometimes, so finding a Shakespeare speech may not be everyone's cup of tea, but what I would recommend with the Shakespeare speech is to go through it and translate it into your own language. This helps massively. You need to show that you understand every word that that character is saying, even though it feels like it's in a completely different language. Find a speech that you feel good doing. That's the most important thing. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about your speech, as long as you love it and you feel like it shows you and what you can do, then that's brilliant, and it will come across that you love it. And I think you will probably do so much better if you're not dreading doing the speech. Oh, I hate the Shakespeare speech. There is a Shakespeare speech out there for you that you will love doing and that you will find juicy and you'll love the language. If you just put your time into finding these speeches, then it will all pay off. Like I said in my first episode video, I don't remember what I said. It's probably also really important for me to say that they're not looking for a finished product. If you forget your line, don't worry about it. They're not going to penalise you for it. It might put you off a bit, it might shake you up, but as long as you just take a breath, you will get back into it. You'll find your way again. They know that you're human, they know that you're nervous. You know, if you were going into their audition room as a perfect actor, they won't want to take you on at their school because you've got no room to go anywhere, to grow, to learn. So don't try and be perfect. You just got to be you. You don't need to be the finished product at all. So I think I covered everything. I'm not sure, there's only so many things I can say about that really, because picking a speech is so personal. Really try and read up as much as you can, know your Shakespeare, back to front. The panel don't know every contemporary speech, but they know every Shakespeare speech, I can guarantee. So try and make it your own and have fun with it as much as you can. You're going in there to have fun. If you're dreading doing the speech, it's not the right speech for you. Find something that you love doing and that you can play with. The sun is coming around the corner now, so it's probably the right time for me to sign off. But yeah, if you have any questions, I think I kind of covered most things. I may have forgotten some stuff, but if you have any questions about picking a speech, please just message me. I will try and answer as many questions as I can. If you have any questions regarding anything else, I'm always looking for inspiration for a new video, so ask away.